After being handpicked by Vince McMahon as one of WWE's future stars, Austin Theory faced uncertainty when McMahon stepped back from the company. Despite Triple H's support, Theory's on-screen presentation didn't convince WWE management of his championship potential. This became evident when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase on US champion Seth Rollins, only to lose the match. Cashing in on a mid-card title and losing raised concerns about Theory's direction. Although he managed to defeat John Cena at WrestleMania 39, this significant victory wasn't capitalized on, leaving Theory without any notable accomplishments afterward. In the months following his win over Cena, Theory formed a heel tag team with Grayson Waller, deviating from McMahon's intended trajectory for his career. This shift marked a departure from Theory's original path towards main event status, leaving fans and industry insiders questioning his future in WWE. When Matt Bloom made his WWE comeback as Lord Tensai, the company had big plans to establish him as a top villain. However, fans couldn't shake off memories of his past personas like Albert and a Train, which led to them hijacking his matches with chants referring to his earlier characters. Despite this, WWE initially pushed Tensai by having him defeat notable names like John Cena, trying to overlook the crowd's reaction. However, by the summer of 2012, it was clear that WWE's confidence in Tensai was waning. Suddenly, he suffered a surprising loss to Tyson Kidd on Raw. While Kidd was undoubtedly talented, he wasn't considered a main event star at the time, so Tensai's defeat was seen as a significant upset. Following this unexpected loss, Tensai found himself relegated to mid-card feuds and became a regular feature on WWE Superstars, signaling a downturn in his push. In 2018, Jinder Mahal's journey in WWE took an unexpected turn. After dropping the WWE title late in 2017, many fans anticipated Mahal would return to the lower mid-card scene. However, his appearance in the main event of Clash of Champions against AJ Styles surprised many, showcasing one of Mahal's standout performances. Despite early signs of staying in the main event picture, the 2018 Royal Rumble marked a turning point. Mahal's elimination in a comedic moment with Kofi Kingston and the New Day signaled a shift, with Mahal appearing incompetent during the spot. The comedic nature, including the New Day throwing pancakes, didn't help Mahal's image. To WWE's credit, attempts were made to position Mahal as a mid-card talent, including winning the US title at WrestleMania 34. However, this creative direction was short-lived. Over the past 7 years, Mahal's position on the card has fluctuated, making it unlikely for him to reclaim WWE's top prize. After WrestleMania 29, Dolph Ziggler reached the pinnacle of his career. With a successful Money in the Bank cash-in on Raw, fans anticipated a well-deserved world title reign for him. However, fate took a cruel turn when Ziggler suffered a concussion on SmackDown, derailing his momentum. Reports circulated that Vince McMahon, WWE's chairman, harbored doubts about Ziggler's ability to carry the world title. Ziggler's injury provided McMahon with a convenient excuse to justify stripping him of the championship without appearing biased. At the Payback event, Ziggler faced Alberto Del Rio in a match overshadowed by his real-life injury. Despite the match's execution, Ziggler ultimately lost the title. Following his title loss, Ziggler's character underwent a drastic transformation. Despite maintaining his popularity with fans, WWE relegated him from main event status to lower-profile matches, such as his loss to Fandango on a pre-show. Ziggler's brief 2013 world title reign is often cited as a squandered opportunity during the PG era of WWE. DDP's debut in WWE was a bold move, casting him as a heel with a stalker gimmick. Many hoped WWE would recognize his immense talent, but his feud with The Undertaker tarnished his credibility. Backstage politics marred his portrayal during the Invasion storyline. In a shocking turn, on one episode of Raw, The Undertaker's wife Sarah was booked to pin DDP. As a former WCW World Champion, seeing a non-wrestler defeat him was a clear sign of WWE's intent to embarrass and belittle DDP. In 1995, WWE decided to elevate Mabel's status within the company, positioning him as a prominent heel. His victory in the 1995 King of the Ring tournament marked the beginning of this push, leading to a high-profile title challenge against Diesel for the WWE Championship. However, Mabel's performance at that year's SummerSlam exposed his limitations as a main event talent. His reckless behavior in the match, particularly towards Diesel, prompted concerns within WWE management, including Vince McMahon, who contemplated firing him. Despite avoiding termination, McMahon's lack of confidence in Mabel was evident in his booking, as he was subjected to a prolonged series of losses. This losing streak served to signal to fans that Mabel was no longer viewed as a viable contender for the world title, diminishing the appeal of investing in his character. During the Attitude Era, D'Lo Brown stood out as one of the era's most beloved stars. Known for his incredible potential in the ring, D'Lo captured the hearts of fans with his dynamic performances. However, as newer talents like Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho emerged in WWE, D'Lo's prominence began to wane. By 2001, D'Lo found himself in an ill-fated tag team with Chaz, collectively known as Lowdown. Their partnership failed to showcase their individual talents, and they struggled to gain momentum. At the 2001 Royal Rumble, Lowdown earned a spot in a tag team match on Sunday Night Heat, only to be replaced in the main event by non-wrestler Drew Carey, as revealed in a backstage segment by Vince McMahon. This turn of events served as a stark indication from WWE that D'Lo Brown and his partner were no longer considered significant players in the company, despite their previous accomplishments, including D'Lo's reigns as Intercontinental Champion and European Champion. Scott Steiner's absence from WrestleMania 19 can be attributed to various factors, primarily revolving around his disappointing in-ring performances and health issues during his WWE run. Upon joining WWE in late 2002, Steiner was immediately pushed to the top of the card, engaging in a high-profile feud with world champion Triple H. However, despite the potential for an engaging rivalry on paper, the chemistry between Steiner and Triple H in the ring failed to materialize. Their matches at the 2003 Royal Rumble and No Way Out pay-per-view were widely criticized, with many considering them to be among the worst of both men's careers. Steiner's in-ring struggles were compounded by his health issues, notably drop foot, which affected his mobility and in-ring performance. The disappointing matches and negative fan reaction led to WWE reconsidering their plans for Steiner. They decided to remove him from any creative plans for WrestleMania 19. Taz's debut in WWE at the 2000 Royal Rumble did indeed carry a lot of promise. With his impressive background and reputation in ECW, many fans expected him to be a major player in the company. However, as you mentioned, his stint in WWE didn't quite live up to the initial expectations. The booking decisions surrounding Taz during his time in WWE were indeed puzzling, and often left fans scratching their heads. One of the most glaring instances of this was his match against Big Boss Man at No Way Out 2000. Instead of allowing Taz to shine and showcase his abilities, the match ended abruptly in a disqualification, robbing fans of a potentially exciting encounter. The interference by Prince Albert only added to the disappointment, as it further diminished Taz's momentum. Following this setback, Taz was unfortunately relegated to the hardcore division, which was a far cry from the prominent position many had hoped he would occupy in WWE. His loss to Crash Holly on SmackDown only served to further dampen his prospects within the company. Kofi Kingston's WWE title reign in 2019 was largely celebrated by fans, marking a significant moment in his career. However, the conclusion of his reign left a bitter taste in the mouths of many. His match against Brock Lesnar on the 20th anniversary of SmackDown was anticipated, with fans hoping for Kingston to be presented as a credible and legitimate champion. Instead, WWE booked him to lose in just 7 seconds after a single F5 from Lesnar. This decision enraged fans who felt it disrespected Kingston and all the investment they had put into his reign. It was a clear indication that WWE had lost faith in him as a main event talent. Not only did they squash his momentum, but they also diminished his aura and legitimacy. Adding insult to injury, WWE introduced Cain Velasquez immediately after Lesnar's victory, signaling that Kingston was no longer a priority. Despite this setback, Kingston's popularity remained strong among fans. His connection with the audience was genuine and resilient, unaffected by WWE's questionable booking decisions. While the Lesnar match may have tarnished his reign's legacy, it failed to diminish Kingston's standing as a beloved figure in the wrestling world. And that concludes our rundown, folks, pinpointing the precise moments when WWE's confidence in a wrestler waned. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below, and stay tuned for more wrestling content coming your way soon.